Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our Introduction to Accounting 1 subject. In this meeting, we will discuss about basically about accounting, how about this concept, what this definition, what is rule, the branches of accounting, and accounting equation, and how to record it. Okay? Let we learn about it. Okay, Introduction to Accounting 1, Introduction to Accounting 1. We knowing that when we talk about Introduction to Accounting or the basic concept of accounting, so we will discuss it exactly about the definition, users, rules, branches, equation, and record. About definition, this is the concept you must be knowing. So after you learn about the basic concept of accounting, you able to explain for the six thing: definitions, users, rules, branches, equation, and record. And when we talk about definition, that accounting, we can divide accounting into two things. The first thing is science, and the second thing is an art. Why we call accounting as a science? Because the accounting comprises of rules, principles, concept, convention, and standards in science. Why we call it is an art? Because accounting and art, as the established rules and principle of accounting is applied in the bookkeeping process and economic entity. As a science, this is the part of the science, have the procedure, have the what we call it, ontology, methodology, epistemology, and axiology. This is we call accounting as a science. Why we call accounting as an art? Because there is procedure, principle of accounting is applied in the bookkeeping process. What is the bookkeeping process? This is, as an art, three activities we will find in accounting. First, identification. Second, recording. And the third, communication. After we communicate, in identification, we will select economic event or transaction. We will divide it. We will recognize. This is the business transactions, or this is business event or economic event. Business events such as sign of MOU, have the meeting with the other parties. But economics event, it will influence to monetary, and we will identify the transaction. After we identify, we become to recording. Record, classify, summarize. We recording, or you can see it in journal. You divided what kind of journal this is, and then you communicate with prepared accounting report. After we prepare for accounting report, we will analyze and interpret for the user. This is all the accounting process include the bookkeeping function. Okay, you get it? Do you get it, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Who is the accounting data? This is we talk about the rules, the users. The users. There are two kinds of user, internal and external. Why we call internal? Because this is from the part of the company, the part of the management. Why we call it external? Because it's from the outside. People from the outside. The users from the outside. Who use the accounting data from internal users such as marketing, management, human resources, and finance. That's all the department in a company who needs the internal accounting data for internal users. What equation for the internal users? Such marketing. What price so Apple charge for an iPod to maximize the company's net income? That's the question. It can be answered by the accounting data, by using the accounting data. For management, which PepsiCo product line is the most profitable? If right now that this is the summer or winter, so they will take decision. From the accounting data. Human resources, such as for General Motors, award to give the employees pay rises this year. For finance, discuss sufficient to pay dividends to Microsoft stockholders. So all of the equation, accounting data become an input for decision making process. They will consider everything they will decide in a company from accounting data. Next, for external users such as creditors, investors, and others. External users. For creditors, they will see from accounting data, they want to give us loan or not. Do we have the willingness to pay? Do we have that ability to pay? Sorry, not willingness to pay. Do our company have ability to pay if they borrow us some money? For investor, when they invest some money in our company, do they get the high return from the investment? So that's kind of external users who need and use the accounting data. For accounting branches, this is the 8 branches in accounting: financial accounting, cost accounting, management, government accounting, accounting system, tax accounting, budgeting, and auditing. I think all of these branches you can see the differences, and I ask you to make the tablet. You should tabulate what the difference is from the 8 of accounting branches accounting. Financial, for all of the branches in the accounting, it only the difference only the object. Exactly. Finance, the object is finance. Cost, this is the cost. For management, management for the function. Exactly. Management accounting. It will be sure that to see the managerial accounting. Government accounting system. So this is the assignment for you to tabulate the differences between the 8 of accounting branches. Next, we go to the accounting equation and its component. When we talk about accounting equation, so this is the equation: assets equal with liabilities plus owner's equity. What is the basic accounting equation that provides the underlying framework for recording and summarizing the economic events? Assets are claimed by either creditors or owners. If a business is liquidated, claims of creditors must be paid before ownership claims. This is we call by assets. And then, what is the assets? Asset resources a business owns, provide future services or benefits. Cash, what is the part of assets? The current assets, the fixed asset, cash, supplies, equipment, building, motorcycle, and etc. That we call by assets. And the second component in accounting equation is liabilities. What is liabilities? Liabilities that claims against assets. That debts and obligation. That's the example for liabilities, debts and obligation. And then we call who give us creditors. Creditors, party to whom money is owed. So we call by creditors. And what the part for the examples of liabilities? Accounts payable, notes payable, salaries, salaries payable, wages payable, and etc. And all of them, the item must be witnessed with payable. Then owner's equity. Ownership, ownership, what is the owner's equity? Ownership claim on total assets, referred to as residual equity. And then if what is will be raised the owner's equity, that the first investment by owners and revenues. it will be plus. But what activities will be influenced to the owner's equity? That drawings and expenses. Okay, and then we're going to owner's equity. Basic equation is exactly assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. When we expand the equation, asset equal with liabilities plus owner's capital minus owner's drawing plus revenues and minus expenses. That's the expanded of equation. What is the increases in owner's equity? Yeah, when the owner's equity will be rise, that's only exactly two activities: investment by owners, yeah, and revenues. Okay, what kind of investment by owner are the assets of the owners put into the business? When you invest your money to the business, that we call by investment by owners. And what is the revenue? Revenue, the result from business activities enter into for the purpose to earning income. Common source of revenue: sales, services, interest, dividends, royalties, yeah, and rent. How many examples for revenues exactly you can see in some or you see for the some company financial statement, you can see too many kind of the revenues. Owner's equity. The first slide, the last slide, we're talking about what thing that will be increase the owner's equity. Right now, what thing that will be decreases of the owner's equity? That drawings. Owner may withdraw cash or other assets for personal use, that we call drawings. Or you are in senior high school, call it by private. But in accounting, we call it by drawing. Expenses. Expenses are the cost of asset consumed or services used in process of earning revenue. Okay? What example? Salaries expense, rent expense, utilities expense, tax expense, something else. Okay? And I can say, I always say to my student, what is the accounting equation? Accounting equation to assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. But I taught to my student, you only imagine that what is asset. This is your assets. This is your all of you have. And in liabilities and owner's equity, that the source. Where come from your money? So if you have money like it, I have $100 in my wallet. That's become the assets. In the right side, we must to ask where, in what way you get the $100. So that equation. This is asset. Okay, mom, I want to buy a PC. A PC, and the prices of the PC. Oh no, I want to buy a smartphone. Smartphone prices is 2 million. Yeah, 2 million. But I only have money for 1 million. But I need it. What should I do? So the assets you buy for a smartphone, 1 million by your owner's equity, and 1 million more from liabilities. Okay, I will borrow my mother money, yeah, for 1 million, so it will be fulfill the prices of the smartphone become 2 million. So the smartphone prices is 2 million. This is from 1 million by your own money plus 1 million from liabilities by your mother. That's the basic equations. Okay, Let's see transaction analysis. Are the following events recorded in the counter records? When we make a transaction analysis, you only think is the events, the events will have the impact to the financial position. Is the financial position such as assets, liabilities, or owner's equity of the company changed? Because of your event, you purchases the computer. Any change in your financial position? Yes. If yes, record it. But you discuss product design with your potential customer. Have the impact to your financial position? No, don't record it. So that's the way how we make a transaction analysis. For transaction analysis, we take for example, some example. I take for the example from the Kiso book. Transaction 1, investment by owner. Rainiel decides to start a smartphone app development company which he names SoftBite. On the 1st September 2017, he invests $50,000 cash in the business. This transaction results in an equal increase in assets and owner's equity. This is assets because he invests $50,000 cash. So our cash rise or plus $15,000. And in the right side, that owner's capital also rise $15,000. Next transaction, purchase of equipment for cash. So this is the what we call it. This is the point. Purchase of equipment for cash. SoftBite Incorporation purchases computer equipment for $7,000 cash. It means cash, cash minus $7,000 because this is purchasing for cash, and equipment rise $7,000. No effect in the right side, but our assets change from cash to equipment. Okay? Transaction 3, purchase of supplies on credit. SoftBite Incorporation purchases for $1,600 headsets and other accessories expected to last several months. The supplier allows SoftBite to pay this bill in October. The point is purchase of supplies on credit. It will be influenced. Our supplies will be rise $1,600, and our liabilities, our liabilities will be rise $1,600. Because this is purchase of supplies on credit. Okay. And the last question, that on cash, for cash. If for cash, so this will be minus on cash, but this is for credit. For credit, that our liabilities will rise, will be rise, and our supplies also rise. Transaction 4, services performed for cash. SoftBite Incorporation receives $1,200 cash from customers for app development services it has performed. So the main point is services performed for cash. As I told you in the last slide, that there is some transaction will be rise the owner's equity. So it will be influence cash because this is services for because this is the cash transaction. So our cash will be rise $1,200, and our revenue, owner's equity will be rise from revenue. Revenue also rise $1,200. Transaction 5. Purchase of advertising on credit. SoftBank Incorporation receives a bill for $250 from the Daily News for advertising on its online website but postpones payment until a later date. What the effect to the accounting equation? Yeah, we read again. We will read. SoftBank Incorporation receives a bill. It means this is the liabilities because we receive a bill. We receive a bill and we should to pay. Yeah. So our liabilities will be rise. Our liability rise $2,500 and our expense that advertising expense minus $2,500. Okay, that's all for our meeting. Yeah, our topic for today. Please do not hesitate to ask me in our group if you are still in doubt. Yeah, and I also saw this slide in our website in second elearning2.unp.ac.id and also I upload it into YouTube. Okay, keep studying. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.